Hello everybody, I'm with my friend Rob Miller.
Hello there.
And he lives over there by Walker Lake, and we're going to do some exploring. He's got the right kind of rig to get way up in the high country. I think we'll be up about 10,000 feet, and we've got another little friend with us. We've got this little dog Oreo, who's a real outdoor dog with us, and we're going to have a good fun time today, I think. Good morning everybody. We're heading in from Nevada into California, up into the high mountains of the Sierra, not too far from Lee Vining. And we're going to do some exploring up there, and we've got some interesting things to see today. Beautiful morning. You can see some of the aspen groves starting to color up. It's early fall. There's still some snow left over from last year. There's quite a few glaciers in the Sierra that are still hanging in there. Here we're heading up the route. That's the road that goes into the Yosemite Park, the east entrance. This road's in pretty good shape.
Sure is. Helps it's a beautiful day out here too.
Yeah. Hey Oreo, you having a good time? Oreo's an outdoor dog. He just loves adventure. He's so excited. Look at him looking. That's the busy road heading into the east entrance of Yosemite National Park and Tioga Pass in the morning from this dirt road that we're heading on. That road will be closed. Oh, it could be a few weeks from now, depending on the snow. They have a gate that goes across it, and it's just too much to try to keep it open, so it's closed in the winter, but it's still open now. Look at the color. Rob just pointed out something very interesting and telling, and that is, look at all the pine cones on the pinyon pines. And the thing about that is that Kelly and I were talking about that recently, that we'd like to get out there and harvest a bunch of the pine nuts from those, and you can roast them and eat them. You can make pesto with them, and it looks like it's going to be a bumper crop this year. Starting to gain a little elevation on this road. There's Mono Lake in the distance. This is the back way to get out from the mine. It's just a little 2-track road. You can see sometimes it's closed, but Rob was saying he's concerned about this road because we had a bad winter the year before, and there might be some really bad spots on the S-curve, so we're not going to go up this way. We're so lucky it's not windy.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
I can't believe how many pine cones are on some of these trees.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is amazing. I think Kelly and I are gonna try to do an adventure just getting some of those pine cones while we can, and she makes pesto and all kinds of really good stuff and things like that. So I think sometimes she uses walnuts too.
Interesting.
Yeah. A lot of her Indian friends process those, but the natives are very, very tight-lipped about where the good spots are, and I don't blame them. Interesting. In the distance, that's where Kelly and I were canoeing last week on Mono Lake by Navy Beach. Let's see the South Tufa from here. Pan around, and there's Tioga Pass. I could see Mono Lake where Kelly and I were canoeing last week. That was cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm getting my truck brakes on, worked on tomorrow, because I don't trust going down that Tioga Pass up there with my brakes like they are. The mechanic, he said, they're kind of borderline. I said, what do you think? He said, you should probably replace this. So
Brakes are pretty important.
yeah, especially coming down a big grade like that.
Right? It's really nice back in here.
Oh yeah. Got some really nice early fall color coming on in that aspen grove. Yeah, look at these aspen groves. They're just starting to turn. I wouldn't be surprised to see some bear or something scurrying across here. It's a good temperature to be out and about. Kelly saw a mountain lion not too far from here on that side road before we turned off to this road a few years back. Nice forest in here. Some of these aspens have some really good size on them. There's a wildlife sanctuary along the way, and here's all these signs that list all the insects that are found here, and also lists the types of shrubs and grasses. Look at the wildflower list. All the different birds. You have the stellar jay, the Oregon junco, and the reptiles and amphibians. How interesting. Look at those gorgeous colors on the aspen trees. Fall is a little bit early in the high country. Well, I'm so glad you could all join us today, and it's really fun to be with my friend Rob and his little dog, Oreo. Really beautiful. Really changes, you know. One minute we're in the bright forest, then we're in the really dark forest and the pine forest. Look at this big pine tree. Wow. I think my little truck could make it, but probably get stuck at some point. Glad we're taking your rig.
Yeah, we're not at the hard part yet.
Look at these colors. You really don't notice from the main highway from 395 that there's so much fall foliage that's actually turning until you get back up in here. Trees are so beautiful. Well, we're starting to get a few rocks there, Rob.
Yep. Time to put in low range.
Yeah.
Doing the rock crawl.
Yeah, getting some nice fall color.
There's really something out there.
I wasn't expecting to see so much fall color this early. Starting to get a little steep. How are you doing back there, Oreo? Do you need a Dramamine? I think he's doing good.
This is this kind of road.
Yeah. Say there's a little cabin up here.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Look at that fall color. It's just on fire. Gorgeous. There's the road that we came up in the distance. Beautiful fall colors in the high country. There's still a little bit of snow. You can see on that mountain where there's no trees and it's all gray. That's normally covered with snow most of the year. The trees won't grow in that. That's why it's all bare like that. Probably get some high winds too in the winter. Look how pretty that is. They won't last long though. Those gold leaves will be gone the first strong wind the next couple days. But there'll be others coming on. I see a pipe coming out of the ground there. Beautiful Mono Lake. You having fun, Rob?
I am, Doug. This is my kind of day.
Yeah, this is pretty fun. Here's one of these devices up here. We think it's for preventing avalanches by causing an avalanche and getting rid of the excess snow. We see some, looks like propane lines going to it, like a big cannon. But we're thinking it's probably the highway department setting off avalanches on purpose before they get too big and take out the highway. That's our theory anyway. There's US 395. We're thinking that these are some type of a, I want to say like a cannon of some type that perhaps prevents the snowpack from getting too large, and maybe this triggers on purpose a smaller avalanche so that a large avalanche won't develop and then take out the US highway. Oreo's joining us for lunch. You've been such a good dog today, haven't you? Yes, you have. You're the star of the show today, you know. Look at this bag, Oreo. It is so getting ready to explode. There's gonna be potato chips everywhere.
Altitude sickness.
Okay, Rob, what do we have for lunch? What did you fix us?
Well, Nelda fixed me a roast beef sandwich.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and some potato chips.
Yeah, I brought a watermelon up here. You gotta check it out.
That's awesome.
Cookies, but Oreo and Rob and I have got a watermelon. It's not a big one, but that's all that we need today.
Oreo's the cookie.
Yeah, well, maybe next time Kelly will make some cookies and send them with us. Well, Rob did his due diligence on these, and what they are is it makes a sound.
So when I first saw that thing, I had no idea what it was. I knew it was some sort of cannon. I thought those were water hoses going in it. It took me a while to find out what it was Googling. And it turns out it's a snow cannon. And it's not the blast that comes out of it. It's the low harmonic sound that creates a mini earth shake that breaks the snow loose for an avalanche. They're widely used in places like Switzerland.
Oh, I
and
see.
Ski places that have overaccumulated snow. Pretty interesting.
That's a great idea. I'm glad that the Department of Transportation has decided to do that, because remember 2 years ago that road was closed for like, what, a month or 6 weeks or something.
Yeah, it wiped out the whole highway down there.
Yeah. you can get an idea how big it is with me standing by it. Look at those beautiful islands. We'll have to try to get out to that one with the canoe. I like the shadow, the dark shadow from the dark volcanic rock that it's making on the lake surface. Now, if the water level got too low, those islands would be connected, and the coyotes would get out there and get all the baby seagulls that are raised out there. So we want to keep that water level up. What a great view of the lake today. It's really no smoke from any fires, no wind, no snow. It's just really nice. And we think that right in there is the ghost town of Bodie. I think it's right about in there.
Up in the mountains.
Yeah. That's about right where it should be. It's just really nice. We had a real nice lunch up here and we're visiting and had some nice conversations, just looking out at the view. It's just world-class view. And of course, there's Boundary Peak again. I always mention Boundary Peak, but there it is, the highest point in the state of Nevada. And see some of the other areas, Panem Crater. And then looking over towards here, that little lake in the distance, that's Grant Lake. And that's the lake where the water flows out of there, goes into Rush Creek and goes all the way down to there. And that's where I just had that recent canoe adventure with Kelly. That's quite a ways.
That's the lowest lake in the June Lake Loop.
Yep, that is the lowest lake out of the June Lake Loop lakes. There's several lakes in there. And you can see that fall color. Let's take a closer look. And you can see some of the colors of the different fruiting bushes and aspen trees that are a little bit higher up there. They're kind of an orange color this year. These are the early ones. And there's still some snow from last year and probably a little bit of snow from that early snow that we had. Just really, really pleasant. It's a perfect day to come up in this spot where we're at. Well, we're heading down the hill. Beautiful Mono Lake. The S curve is coming up shortly, but this isn't it yet. We think there's a propane tank because of all the lines coming out of the building. See them under there? And then those lines go up the side of the mountain to all of them. I don't know, Rob. I think this turn is worse than that last one. Well, you got one tough little truck here, Rob. Doing really good.
Takes a licking. Keeps on ticking. I love all these little switchbacks in the pines.
Yeah, fun.
Can you imagine the guy bringing propane up here?
The guy on the propane truck?
Yeah. Kind of
Yeah.
propane truck.
Have to be skilled. He could do it.
Yeah.
Well, Rob, sure glad you could make it out here with your dog Oreo. I think we had a great time.
We did. We had a great time.
Let's check in with Kelly at the museum. So I see Kelly's getting a lot of new visitors coming in the museum today. Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
I just wanted to check in and let all our viewers know that you've been busy with family stuff lately. And so that's why Rob and I went up to the mine the other day. And we're going to do some more sightseeing. I just want to let everybody know that we've got another adventure scheduled and we're still doing videos together. And so I just wanted to get everybody the update.
Okay.
So Kelly, did you have any kind of special plans or anything, any kind of old mining sites or anything like that you wanted to check out on our next video?
Well, I didn't really have anything planned in particular. I was thinking you did.
Okay, it's on me. I gotcha.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to find out when we get there.
Right.
She's always got something interesting and new. I think she did some recent research. She got a new picture or something. And what'd you find, Kelly?
A new old picture.
A new old picture.
Yes, this is the passenger railroad station, which no longer exists.
In Hawthorne, right?
Yes, in Hawthorne.
Is that it right there? This one above here?
Yeah,
too?
it's the same one.
Oh, okay.
That's the same one.
And you found some more information on it.
Right, and then this was a group of trees here that was a park that was next to the railroad station.
Oh, okay.
Which none of this exists. It's all houses now.
Right. These are some real nice reblooming dwarf iris. They bloom in the spring and in the fall. This is how my arbor filled in during this summer. You can see all the foliage. It's just 1 year of growth starting to fill in. Really enjoyed the shade and it's been really nice. That one there grew all that growth just this 1 year. And then this one only grew this tall. Just depends how they're gonna decide what they're gonna do. That's what the okra plant looks like. There's the flower, and then that turns into this pod, which is eaten, the okra pod. Do you need any hollyhocks in your garden?
Well, I've got quite a few, but they don't look quite as good as yours. Okay, this is the desert mallow, and I like these, so I'm going to collect some of the seed head.
This red rose was bred by Tantau of northern Germany, and it is called Deep Secret. The buds are almost black before they turn red.